Hello, my name is Javier Mariscal, President of 2Connect, a Microsoft Gold partner with over 25 years of experience helping dozens of companies deliver software integration solutions. It's hard to believe that we've been here helping you achieve optimal success for what is now more than a quarter century. Today, I'd like to talk to you about one of the most exciting Microsoft service offerings out there. Hard to imagine anything cooler. I'm referring to Azure DevOps. We've come a long way since the days of SourceSafe, a real long way. In fact, my Microsoft friends probably don't like me bringing up that old source control friend because it's like comparing a slow donkey to a McLaren. In fact, there's little or no comparison. Azure DevOps may house all your code, but in this particular house of code, everything is alive and active, continuously testing, integrating, deploying on your behalf to ensure that the software is always working for you and not the other way around. Whether on-prem or in the cloud, Azure DevOps is a set of services that can be deployed as an on-prem server, a set of cloud services, or both. It's working in both environments the same. Azure DevOps contains tools designed for your on-premise or out-cloud workflows or on the cloud workflows, enable you to plan, develop, deliver, and operate using the full capacity of Azure services. They let you DevOps lets you enhance operations by maintaining your current system and utilizing only the tools necessary to optimize efficiencies and speed. And I'll tell you, while the trusted Microsoft name brands all that Azure DevOps is, don't be confused. Azure DevOps works with any language and with any platform. Nothing out there does it better. Now, if you're using custom software, third-party apps, anything that you can imagine, all kinds of open software technologies, you can easily integrate them into Azure DevOps and make it work just like you make all your code work, all your Microsoft code, all your non-Microsoft code, everything together. There's available REST APIs, anything that's out there, standards like OAuth 2, for example. All these things are easily built into and managed by Azure DevOps. Now, to give you some of the more specific, and there probably isn't enough space in this to go through all of the services and capabilities within Azure DevOps. But DevOps allows you to, for example, visualize and manage your projects with Azure Boards, for example. You can manage and control versions and back up your own code using Microsoft's own GitHub. You can implement continuous integration, continuous deployment workflows using Azure pipelines, a very, very cool feature. You can test the effectiveness of planning and managing with Azure test plans. You can contain and operate your apps with Azure Kubernetes. Pretty amazing stuff. And one of my favorite things, track and manage and just get tremendous visibility into your DevOps infrastructure using Azure Monitor. The Azure DevOps capabilities provide such manageability of your software development lifecycle that many of us really couldn't even dream of just a few short years ago. All right, so I know I sound like I'm selling something, but you should probably take a look and you'll see what I mean. Now, is this all turnkey? Is it just plug and play from the very get-go? Well, it is. You can get it there. In fact, that's how we at 2Connect deploy these solutions. But we probably can help you, and then this is what we're here for, right? Designing your DevOps architecture, installing and deploying, looking at how you're going to do the ongoing operation of your Azure DevOps environments. Since the inception of Azure DevOps, we've seen it all, and we love to share our wisdom. I'll tell you, speaking of wisdom, the bean counters out there are going to want to know, how does this actually help us? I mean, why is this a good idea? And again, probably way too many things to enumerate here within the time that we have. But I'll tell you, just some of the things. You can improve your project planning, your project management tremendously. Okay, with Azure dashboards, for example, just to name one example, with dashboards, you can have your team tap into the power Kanban boards, backlogs, reporting applications. You can customize all this visibility almost without limit to meet your specific requirements. You can also increase your developers' potential and save their time. You want to talk about saving time? Azure pipelines. I mentioned how cool that is. You can automate your dev workflows to such a degree that developers won't know what to do with themselves with all the extra time. I'm sure we can find something for them to do though. And then in the end, all of this kind of comes to one thing, and that's speed of delivery. So the efficiency, the time savings, the improvement in project management, all of that leads to get software working and delivered faster. And really, honestly, with all of this. And if you add Kubernetes, for example, Azure Kubernetes, the sky is the limit, or is the cloud the limit? I mean, no, I don't think there is a limit, honestly. Um, yeah, everything you can do with DevOps is pretty amazing when you bring it all together. But you still want to answer some questions as to, when is the right time? Why should I use that? Is this what DevOps is meant to solve? And again, lots in there, but I'll mention just a few that I think are core to what we do at 2Connect, for example. So we meet up with a lot of companies that really need some standard operating procedures for their software development, right? And that's what something that Azure DevOps is just amazing at. Just coming at how all this hodgepodge and sort of code development techniques or technologies that you have implemented, how to bring them together into one sort of under one umbrella that is Azure DevOps. So if you want to standardize your software development in your company, Azure DevOps is an ideal way to do that. If you want to automate and secure your software development lifecycle, again, Azure DevOps is just perfect. Things just get, you get to see them, you get to secure them, you get to automate them a lot better with Azure DevOps. And of course, that comes and that delivers faster times, right? Faster delivery. If you wanted to scale your apps, right? If you wanted to scale your apps to a much higher degree than in the past, Azure DevOps is almost necessary these days in order to scale apps. So there's a lot of things and a lot of reasons why you'd want to take a look at Azure DevOps. And we at 2Connect are here to help you to determine when the best time and how to do it best. So I hope you take a look at Azure DevOps, and I hope you like it as much as I do.